Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders advanced the cause of hate, once again, by signing an executive order defying the Biden administration's updated guidelines for Title IX. Now, these updates are designed to protect transgender students, but Sick'em Sarah ain't having none of that. Not in her state, by God.
Title IX was created to protect women, but Biden's Title IX attempts to erase women completely. According to the rule, sex is no longer based on the commonly understood biological differences between men and women. It's based on how a person feels or their gender identity. To put it another way, Biden thinks anybody can be a woman just because they say so. As a woman, the mother of a daughter, and our state's first chief executive to give birth, thankfully not while in office, I can't think of anything more offensive or dismissive of the very real, very scientific traits that all women share and that no man does. I find myself asking, where are all the so-called feminists?
Now, doesn't that just bring back memories of the Trump press secretary we all love to hate? Trump and Sanders have a lot in common. They're both not very bright. They both trade on hate for personal gain and power. And most importantly, they are both Nepo babies who depended on daddy for their careers. If Sarah Huckabee had to depend on her brains to make a living, we all know where she'd be now. What do you mean you want real maple syrup? There's nothing wrong with Aunt Jemima, you woke liberal. And just like her mentor Trump, Sanders pushes her hate agenda by oversimplifying a complicated issue like gender identity, feigning outrage, and then accusing the left of hypocrisy. Congratulations, Governor, you hit the trifecta. But really, describing gender identity as something people choose, like, I don't know, a tasteless pink dress, is more than just oversimplification. It's a dangerous dismissal of science that she invokes just seconds later. Then, of course, there's the feigned outrage, mixed in with a little pride that in the 21st century, Arkansas decided to enter the 20th century by electing a female governor. As a woman and a mother of a daughter, Sanders is offended that someone, in this case the federal government, does not agree with her closed-mindedness on what gender is. Well, let's just take a look at motherhood, shall we? Here, for example, we see a mother using her daughter as a prop, not just for political gain, but to activate hate, to promote the cause of discrimination. If you want to write a law, Governor, how about a law that prohibits politicians from using children as props? Look closely. After she signs the bill, her daughter is an afterthought. Oh, yes, that's right. I'm using you as a prop. And speaking of using people as props, look who else is advancing the hate agenda. Riley Gaines, the swimmer who lost an NCAA champ by tying for 5th place with a transgender athlete. Now, unlike Sanders, Riley Gaines worked really hard to achieve her goals. Making it to the NCAA championship meant a lot of hard work and more time in a pool than chlorine. But since that championship day, Riley has found a new career as a hate monger. In September of 2023, Gaines picked on a Missouri high school student who was elected homecoming queen. Why? Because that student was trans. Really, Riley? Picking on high school students? This is what you want your life to be about? Take a lesson from history, Riley. Do you know who this woman is? I'll tell you who she is. She's a Hall of Famer in the Museum of Intolerance, sowing hatred against gays and lesbians wherever she went. She made a career of it, and now she gets to go down in history as a bigot. Oh, and P.S., her granddaughter married a woman. And this, in a nutshell, is the Republican Party hard at work. They know they're on the wrong side of history. They know the handwriting is on the wall, and they don't care. They don't care how many people they hurt or what kind of damage they inflict. They trade in dumbing down society, all so they can have a little power in the here and now. Congratulations, Sarah. You're a real role model. See you in the museum. I'm Anthony Vincent Gallo for Occupy Democrats.